Hello, Wallace and Gromit here, and welcome to my PlayStation 2 games collection video. Now, the PlayStation 2 is a system that has been sold like a lot. I mean, seriously, like it was a successor to the PS1, and it was like best-selling system of all time. Look at lots of sales, like 100 million, probably a billion even. And there've basically been like about 3,000 games available on PlayStation 2. Now I have about more than 60. I could show you them right now if you like. Well, yeah, that's what I'm actually gonna do anyway. So, let's do it. Let's start off with our first game on our list, and that is Sonic Heroes. Now, this is the first Sonic game released on PlayStation 2, as you can see here. It says Sonic PlayStation 2 debut. I'm not sure you can see that, because, this phone isn't the best at recording stuff. In fact, it doesn't even focus on anything close. So, that's pretty much crap. Anyway, this Sonic game is interesting, because it basically, you can play as 3 characters at once, because there's basically 3 people in each team, and there's 4 teams in the game, so there are basically 4 players, 4 teams even. Why did I say that? Anyway, and this game, so basically it means good replay value, and the graphics look good as well, and some people say that this game has bad dialogue. I don't understand how it has bad dialogue, but yeah. Anyway, this is a good game, and yeah, basically in each team there's a speed formation, a flight formation, and a power formation. This is Team Sonic, so Sonic would be the speed, and Tails would be the flight, and Knuckles would be the power. And then other ones would be different, I suppose. Yeah. I like this game, I suggest you pick it up. Sonic Mega Collection Plus. It's called Plus because this is basically a re-release, except this adds 6 Game Gear games, because the original Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube didn't have 6 Game Gear games. You only had the 7 Mega Drive ones. Anyway, this does what it says on the box, or the tin. Yeah, it has 7 Mega Drive or Genesis titles and 6 Game Gear titles. And they're most of them are pretty good. I say most of them because some of them aren't really fantastic. Like Sonic Labyrinth, that wasn't my favourite. In fact, I hated that one. In fact, I pretty much hope it melts someday. Yeah. And people say this is the best Sonic compilation, and I pretty much agree, because yeah, because I like the classic Sonic titles, and this basically kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah. And I finally got the manual back all these years. It was I found it in a drawer, and it didn't come with the cover because I lost it. And I was only a young child back then. It's a great title that you must pick up if you really love classic little game. Next game, Shadow the Hedgehog. Now this game, nearly everyone I know seems to hate this game. I mean, literally, it goes, "Oh no, Shadow has guns. Shadow can drive vehicles." Yeah, and stuff like that. I mean, people complain about stuff like that all the time. Like when they watch Tom and Jerry the movie, and how Tom and Jerry start talking. I mean, what the hell? What's the point of complaining about that? And in some renditions of Bubble Bobble, they complain about how it contains scrollings. Some of them. I mean, what the hell? That's something pointless to complain about, because I mean, platformers have more than half of the platforms are available out there have scrolling in them. Anyway, that's irrelevant. We're talking about Shadow the Hedgehog here. This is a good game that people seem to hate for no reason. Yeah, I think this game uses the same engine as Sonic Heroes, although it probably does, because it seems to have similar graphics, and when I played it, it seems to control vaguely the same. Yeah, and It's a pretty cool game. Some people complain about this game, but if you're not one of those people who are like IGN or something, then this game's right up your alley. You know, isn't right up your alley though? Sonic Riders. I know, I didn't like this game really. It's the first game in the Sonic Riders series. But, yeah. And basically I didn't like this game because the controls were a bit wonky. The AI is cheap and not cash wise. I mean this in personality. And the Babylon Rogues suck. Basically, the Babylon Rogues are these ones: Jet the Hawk, Wave the Swallow, and Storm the Albatross. And basically, they pretty much all suck, especially Jet, because he brags that he's faster than Sonic because he has a hoverboard. I mean, that'll be like me complaining. That'll be like me saying that I'm faster than a cheetah because I have rollerblades. It's a pretty dumb thing to complain about. Yeah. I didn't like it. The Sega Mega Drive Collection. Now, this is a Sega Mega Drive Collection, what you expect. But it's developed by Digital Eclipse, who are known to port classic games onto systems and develop their own titles. And as you can see, it has lots of other games like Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Echo the Dolphin, Flicky, Ristar, whatever it's pronounced, Columns, whatever it's pronounced, Comic Zone, Golden Axe, the usual stuff you would expect in a Mega Drive compilation. Yeah. But this is a good one, because it also contains like some, it also has some concept art and interviews and stuff that you can also unlock. I forgot to point that out when I was talking about some of my collection plugs, actually. Why did I do that? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good game. And you can also pick it up for the PSP if you're actually like buying handheld versions of Sonic 1. Not if it's Sonic Genesis on GBA though, because that game was horrendous, apparently. Need for Speed Underground. It's like Sonic Underground, only the same. No, it isn't. Basically, this is one of the most best-selling PS2 games available, apparently. Selling over 1 million units, it seems. And I can see why, because this game is freaking awesome. Because I love this game to bits, because the graphics are fantastic, and I love these kinds. I love racing games, and this is one of my favorite racing games of all time. And I also have the sequel, but it's on the GameCube. I have it on the GameCube. I could also get it on PlayStation 2, like the first game, but I guess I didn't, because I wanted to have a good taste of variety. And it's a good game. I suggest you buy it if you're around this area that actually sells this stuff. The Tasmanian Tiger. Good grief. Look at that alliteration. Anyway, I got this on my journeys to find underrated mascots. And and what do you know, this game is actually pretty good. It's developed by Chrome Studios, who, like all Thai games should, and it's published by Electronic Arts. But it's a good game. It's pretty cool 3D platformer, if from my knowledge. Yeah, and it has good graphics from 2000 that are good for 2002. Yep, and yeah. And on the thing, on the back of the manual, it shows an ad for the Chamber of Secrets, which I actually got recently on GameCube, but it didn't have language selected, so that's a bit disappointing for me. And that's irrelevant. I like this game, and if you're interested in buying other stuff, like Thai games related, there's also a sequel called Thai 2, Bush Rescue, I believe. And then there's also a third game, but that was published by Activision, but still developed by Chrome Studios. And I think that this game can't run on a slim PS2, which means I'm stuck. But apparently the Xbox version ran the best, and there was an iOS game called Boomerang Blast, and then more recently there was this game for Windows 8 that was available. I wish I had that, but A, I don't have enough money, and B, I don't have a Microsoft account, and I probably don't plan on making a Microsoft account. Yeah, but why couldn't they sell it on other stuff? Yeah, because Microsoft published that game. Anyway, this is a good game. Speaking of underrated mascots, Zapper. Although this isn't really a mascot per se, but yeah, because he didn't have more than one game, I don't think. But it's still pretty interesting. It's published by Infogrames and developed by Blitz Games, and it's a pretty alright platformer, I think. Yeah, it's probably a platformer, although it's a very strange platformer, if you know what I'm saying. Look, it's on a CD because it's blue. Anyway, that was a bit stupid to do, but anyway, it's strange because this 3D platformer is pretty much like a. I think it controls like Konami's Frogger. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but basically, you know, in Frogger when you jump, you go and you don't move around smoothly. You just jump around like. Oh, I just said a bad example. Anyway, yeah, like that. Well, that's how Zapper pretty much controls. Zapper pretty much controls like Frogger. And why did I just compare that to Frogger? I have no idea. But yeah, if you really like underrated video games, then this game is the game for you, or a game for you. I might add. Pipe Mania. Now this is the second game I bought in Spain, and I found it at the bargain bin for €5. Yes, it's published by Empire Interactive, and you know remember Pipe Mania or Pipe Dream? Yeah, I did play Pipe Dream on Game Boy once on the multi-cart video. You can check it out. If you look it up on my channel, you can find it probably. Yeah, it's a good game. Suppose I really like these kinds of games anyway. I really like these kinds of games where you can make pipes and crap like that. Also, I should point out something. I just showed you a CD example from Zapper, but look at this. This is meant to be a CD, but look at it. It's this identical color to a DVD. Only difference is that it doesn't show the PlayStation logo when you tilt it. So. And when you put it into the PlayStation 2 in the menu, it seems to be blue. So I can only assume that it's actually a CD. So anyway, I actually like this game. If you live in Europe, you can probably pick it up for this money. Wait, why is it Europe? I mean, I think this game was released in US as well. Although, don't quote me on that. If you want to get that game so bad, you can also get it under the PSP and the PC or the DS. Or you can get it on PlayStation 2 like I did. Yeah, I like Pipe Mania, and I like all kinds of pipe games. That was good, and I recommend it for. Another game I recommend, Crash Twinsanity. Apparently it's the 5th game in the Crash series, and it's a good one at that. Because you can play as you can play as Crash Bandicoot, teaming up with Dr. Neo Cortex, the main villain of the Crash series. And that's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's developed by Traveller's Tales, who became Lego maniacs at this moment in time right now, which is a bit stupid because they keep reusing the same engines nowadays. Anyway, there are 3 playable characters, including Nina Cortex, who is Dr. Cortex's. Oh, crap! I can't remember if it was. I can't remember if she was hers. I can't remember if she was his niece or daughter. I can't remember now. Anyway, there's lots of cool moves you can do, like the Twin Slam, the Humili Skate, the Spank. Apparently that's banned in Sweden. I don't know. Twin Throw and the Roller Brawl. Yep. Yeah. Crash Twinsanity. On the back there's an ad for Spyro, the hero's tale, and on the side there's a code for the from what I assume is the now closed down Crash Bandicoot Club. Yeah. I really loved this game. The graphics in this game were awesome and the music was great. I really love it. I really suggest you buy it. And Spyro, A Hero's Tale. This is a Spyro video game on PlayStation 2. And it's probably, I think it's the first Spyro game not to be composed by Stuart Copeland of the Police. Yeah, in fact this is composed by Game Audio Limited, which is awesome. I love them. Anyway, you can play as 5 characters in this game. You can play as Spyro, of course. Sparks, always liked him. So this basically kills 2 birds with 1 stone, or 2 dragonflies with 1 stone. Always liked him anyway. Hunter, Sergeant Bayard, and Blink. Yep. And it's developed by Eurocom. And decided we have a platinum disc, so bought this platinum, so yeah, you can see me. And on the manual, here's the manual. Oddly though, in the credits, it doesn't mention game audio anywhere on this page, but trust me, in the actual game it does show game audio composing, so did Keith Leary in some ones. Anyway, on the back there's an ad for Adaboo and the Energy Thieves, which we probably might get to shortly. Well, actually, it's actually called The Energy Thieves. It's actually, that's not even the full title. But I actually liked it. Hyper Street Fighter 2, the Anniversary Edition. Now this is I love Street Fighter 2, so I bought this game because I love it. And it was released for Street Fighter's 15th anniversary. So, yeah. Wait, let me think about it. So, the 50... Nah, I'll work it out later. Anyway, right now I assume it's the 25th anniversary or the 26th. I don't know. And it includes the Street Fighter 2 animated movie, so that's cool. I did mention Street Fighter 2 in my Super Nintendo collection video, but I'll point this out again. This is awesome, and it features pretty much all the versions of Street Fighter 2. Yeah. And you can watch Street Fighter 2 animated movie, which, like I said in a Super Nintendo video collection video, even Steven Stelrect, Skip Stelrect, what? Yeah, that voiced him Ryu in the movie, like Galmon in Digimon Day Squad. Yeah, I love this game. I really suggest you buy it. Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2. Now, this uses the same engine as the this uses the same menus as the Sega Mega Drive Collection, because it's developed by Backbone. Oh, Digital Eclipse. It just said Backbone over there. You can't see that because it can't focus at all at close. Yeah, go for us. Also, it has some good collection, but it also contains the very first Street Fighter. It also has a Street Fighter 2 Turbo. But look at the disc. When I bought this at Game, there was a sticker on the disc, so that was, first of all, that was stupid, but also somebody decided it was a good idea to write Playbox 3 on it, whatever that means. Playbox 3? What does that mean? I guess that will remain a mystery. Anyway, yeah. And Adaboo and the Energy Thieves. Now I bought this at Game again for €10 or $9.95 even, and it was one of my childhood games basically. But I managed to get it again somehow. Yeah, I bought this at pre-owned Game. Very pre-owned at Game, because look at the box. It's not even a basic PS2 box. It's in a custom box. Yeah. On the back, no mention of the specification of the speculations and stuff like that. And there's the disc, the Red Bendy and Cocktail and crap like that. And the disc, yeah, on the back of the manual, it shows an ad for A Hero's Tale. There's Spyro, there's Sparks again. There you go, on the back. Look at the manual. It says something about. It says it's a CD, but look at it look at the disc itself. It's literally a DVD-ROM. So basically, this manual contradicts what it says over there, unless it's trying to mention that it's a disc. Disc. Remember, Cocktail CDs and DVDs they're two different things. They can't be the same. And if they can, then what the heck happens? But this was a good game. If you live in Europe, then this is right up your alley. And I managed to beat this game once, but I beat it on an emulator because yeah, maybe sometime I might plan on Let's Playing it someday in the future when I actually do Let's Plays. Rayman 10th Anniversary 3-title pack limited edition. I bought this at eBay in I think 2009, and yeah, it contains three Rayman games for PlayStation 2. Rayman M, Rayman Revolution, or Rayman 3. Rayman Revolution was basically a remake of Rayman 2. So, yeah. So there we go. Your three choices. What can they be? Oh yeah, what it says in the box. So there's like some little things you can do. Yeah, won some award, and yeah, and you can see reviews from mini reviews from GamePro, IGN, and GameSpot, respectively. Yeah, and there's and the manual's all one, and the discs inside are Rayman M, Rayman Revolution, and Rayman 3. I should point out all the games in order. Rayman M. It was good. It was a good racing game, I suppose. Guess it is a racing game. Yeah, and you can also battle in it. And I also like. And apparently, in US it was released under the name Rayman Arena, and the game, and it was also released on GameCube and Xbox there. Yeah. Rayman Revolution, if we're gonna ever get it, is basically a remake of Rayman 2, just uses the renderware engine, and it seems to have a different hub world, and stuff like that. And Rayman 3, that was freaking awesome. I mean, a Rayman game can't get any better if it could. Well, yeah, this game was awesome. All of these games were awesome. If you really want to get all three of these games, pick them up in this pack. You will not be disappointed. Trust me. You shouldn't be disappointed, because if you are... Rayman Raving Rabbits 1. Yes. This is the first game in the Raving Rabbits series, and it's the first appearance of the Rabbids, and one of the 3 appearances of Rayman in the Rabbids series. On the back, we see some texts. Rayman vs. Bunny's gone bad. Yep. And we see some text, and I love this game because of its fun mini games, and yeah, it's one of my favorite party games available on the PlayStation 2. You can also get it on the Wii and the Xbox 360, and I believe this is the first Rayman game on Xbox 360. Yes, not Rayman Origins. Yeah. And now look at this. This is funny. Hints and tips. Tip 1. Check out the hints and tips page in your manual. Okay, we're there. Tip 2. Carefully reread tips 1 in the hints and tips section of your manual. Best hints and tips ever. No doubt about that. There's the disc itself. And, yeah. If you really love party games, and if you love Rayman, then this is the game for you. Pick it up right now. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Now this is the Now, this is the first game in the Splinter Cell series, but not Tom Clancy's first game. There was also Ghost Recon Rainbow Six released before this. Apparently got a 9 out of 10 in PlayStation 2 Official Magazine UK. I gotta admit, it is pretty cool. Because it's one of the better shooter games out there. But, yeah. You play as Sam Fisher, voiced by Michael Ironside. And it has great graphics, awesome gameplay, and some pretty nice mechanics. Yeah. Manual. On the back it shows an ad for Ghost Recon, developed by Red Storm Entertainment, but it's published by Ubisoft. And on the side there's also something to win £250 of Champion USA Sportswear from Ubisoft Entertainment. Who I think that pretty much ended anyway, because using the old Ubisoft logo, so that's pretty much a chance already. But I love this game. I suggest you buy it now. Scrabble Interactive. Now, this is the Scrabble game on PlayStation 2. That's pretty much what it is. Yes, it's published by Ubisoft, and it's developed by Runecraft. It's a mod of Minecraft. Wait, is it a mod of Minecraft? I can't remember. But it sounds like it could be one. Definitely. And apparently it has the official Chambers Dictionary. I look forward to that. Actually, it might actually. Anyway. Now, this is the, like I said, it's the Scrabble game on PlayStation 2. And I plan to get lots of Scrabble video games on PlayStation 2. Like, I have the 2005 edition on PC right now. Yeah. And here's the disc. It's on a CD again. I like playing this game because, I like playing this game because, I freaking love Scrabble. That's why I love this game. Scrabble is one of my favorite board games ever, next to Monopoly. That's why I tried to get games like Scrabble and Monopoly on various systems. Like, I have Monopoly on the Game Boy Color and the PC. Yeah, I'm not even joking at the former. Even though I think the Game Boy Color version was released in America, someone was smart enough to import it. Thanks, whoever did it. Anyway, this game was pretty good. Although, if people think this is a weird concept, I don't know who you are. Or what you are. But apparently this has 4-player support with the multi-tap. So, yeah. This is good for the whole family. If you like playing with your fams. Garfield! Yes, that's all it is called. Garfield. There's no other stuff. Also, I had to print this cover because when I bought this at the car boot sale, it didn't come with a cover. All it said is PS2 Garfield. That was pretty much all it had on the front. I had to print out the cover myself. Yeah. And yeah, basically it's basically you have to tidy up the house because Odie has messed up the house. And if you don't tidy up the house, John will put Garfield on a diet. So basically you have to suck up stuff, put them in their appropriate places. Yes, and that's pretty much the game. And to be honest, isn't that fantastic, to be honest? First of all, the graphics are mediocre at best. They're not fantastic, but they're certainly not the worst graphics I've seen. Yeah. It's developed by the Code Monkeys, so that's probably a reason why it's not fantastic. Yeah, and they have, and it also says, all your favorite Garfield characters appear in the game. Now, I thought that was a lie, but I just realized that's actually true. Even though I didn't progress much in this game, I did realize that not only do Garfield, John, and Odie appear in this game, but also Nermal and Arlene. The characters. You know those characters, right? I hope so. Otherwise, if you don't know what Garfield is, you probably don't know how to press play on this. Anyway, yeah. This isn't fantastic. All you do, it's basically clean up the house before someone gets home, the video game. Also, I don't have the manual for this game, but when I read this manual at a friend's house, yes, they did have this game at their house. It was so short, it was so thin, and yeah, literally. Also, this is my second CD-based game I own. So, would I recommend it? If you want, I don't know. I can't boss you around. But this Garfield game is definitely a whole lot better, or at least in my opinion. Garfield Lasagna World Tour. Yes, it's published by Nico Entertainment and developed by Eco Software. They sound similar, but they aren't. But they aren't the same company. Well, at least it shouldn't be. Otherwise, that would be strange. Anyway, there's Garfield riding on Odie, holding onto his ears. Anyway, and on the back, we got some cool stuff. It's on a compact disc again. But it was released in 2008, 7, around that time. Actually, I think this game reused the same engine as another Garfield PlayStation 2 game. No, not Garfield. A different one. Garfield Saving Arlene, in fact. Actually, I did buy that game once, except when I bought it a game, it had a huge crack in it, which meant that I couldn't play it. So when I discovered that, I had to send it back. So I chose a different game, so I chose Zapper instead. When I bought this game, anyway, yeah, it's Spanish, but look, I'll show you the great typos. Look, it's full of question marks. Look, there's one. I'm not sure you can see them. I certainly can. There, excuse me, I need to find question marks, because it's like, and there. This is full of typos, I swear to goodness. Yeah, and look at the disc, I'll show you. When I bought this game, it was full of scratches that I was full of doubt. Yeah, it's on a CD, but it's released very late. Oh, you can see you can see my toys and stuff. Yeah. Anyway. Yes. Doesn't show the publishers or the developers over there, but they do on the manual, and the manual is, yeah. What do you know? This game is actually pretty cool. It's certainly better than the other Garfield video game. And I did play Garfield Saving Arlene on the PC, so I do have some experience with this game now. I could have put it on the PC, but the PC version is so rare apparently. But I thought this game was alright, so I give this one a chance if you had a chance. Also, this game was actually released in the US, so you can actually buy it yourself if you're American. Woody Woodpecker, or the full title is Woody Woodpecker Escape from Buzz Buzzard Park. Yeah, this game was released in 2001, making it one of my oldest PS2 games ever. In the context of what year it was released. But seriously, I should point out this game was developed by Eco again. But this one, it's Eco's second title. I say second because their first title was Gift, which I have played. Also, this game seems to run very slowly on my emulator. Really. Unless you disable the speed hacks. If you disable speed hacks, it seems to run faster. But if you enable the speed hacks, it makes it run like at half. It makes it run at like 15 frames per second, which is ironic. And you know what else is ironic? I run this game on on my PlayStation 2, and it doesn't want to load. Yeah, I mean literally, it doesn't load at all. I mean, it plays the logos. It just hangs on the loading screen. I mean, literally. I'm not even joking there. So basically, all I could do with this game is play on my emulator. Or I could play the PC version, which I have played, and it's actually not too bad, really. Yeah, there's Eco's first logo, which I actually only ever used in 2 games, that and Gift. And there's the disc. I'm not sure if this disc is scratched or something, but one thing's for certain, it doesn't work on my PS2. If you have a better PS2 than mine, try this game out, and make sure it's a PAL one. And, yeah. So, yeah. Codename Kids Next Door. Operation Video Game. Published by Global Star Software of Take-Two Interactive. Now, this is licensed by Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers. Oh, good old Warner Brothers. And, it features the 5 characters of Codename Kids Next Door. I can't remember their real names. Maybe because I never really heard their real names. But I'll say them. number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, and number 1. And I do mean number. I don't say number because I never knew this, but I only just discovered this just after I seen this series. But number is actually spelt with a UH at the end as opposed to an ER, if you know what I mean. Anyway, here we go. Play as all 5 Kid Next Door operatives. Let's do this thing. It's fear. And developed by High Voltage Software, and it's licensed by Warner, and it's distributed by Warner Brothers. Good old Warner Brothers. How you don't distribute games anymore. I mean, seriously. Warner Brothers owns Cartoon Network. They should be distributing Cartoon Network video games now. I mean, if D3 publishes a game of Cartoon Network, they don't distribute it, or Little Orbit or Activision or whoever's gonna publish a Cartoon Network game is gonna make a game. They don't license it. Now that's weird. Anyway, what I think of this game, it's actually not too bad. The levels are certainly big though. I mean, goodness. God almighty. I mean, yeah, huge. I think the graphics were alright though, too. Yeah, but I think this is a good game. Ed and Eddie, The Misadventures. Now, this one doesn't show Warner Brothers logo anywhere, but it does show Midway, which is technically owned by Warner Brothers, so I guess this kinda counts. I don't freaking know. But I do know something. The back is nearly empty. I mean, goodness. Plain text. Also, this game reminds you of Sonic Heroes, except more slow-paced. And with cel shading. And with only 2 companies at the bottom. I mean, only 2 companies, look. It's not developed by Midway, by the way. It says Cartoon Network Midway. That's all. It's developed by Artificial Mind and Movement, though, but they don't mention the company over there. So, yeah. Why they don't do that? I have no idea. Then there's the disc itself. Before I bought this game, I actually thought this was only released in the US. But I guess I was proven wrong. Because I was thinking of the GameCube version. Yeah, I thought this was alright, I suppose. And the graphics in this game were actually good. Because actually, Lemur Boy actually ripped the models and put them on Gary's mod. Yeah, look him up on Steam Workshop if you don't believe me. But yeah, this is alright, I suppose. You can also get it on PC if you tend to like PC versions of games more than console versions. Anyway, ScoobyDoo, Night of 100 Frights. Now this is published by THQ, but guess who it's developed by? Hint, a THQ company. Yes, well, it's a THQ company back then. Now it's independent. Heavy Iron Studios. They're one of my favorite they're one of the most underrated developers ever. I mean, literally. Yeah, here we go. I'm not really that interested in the Scooby-Doo, but when it's the Scooby-Doo video games, then that's a major exception. Because Scooby-Doo video games are usually pretty cool. They're usually pretty good. Like this game. And the freaking I remember I used to have Mystery Mayhem on PlayStation 2 as well. That was developed by A2M again. And I also had the Scooby-Doo Who's Watching Who on the DS. I thought it was alright, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, basically, I love this game. I also like the game's engine and the graphics. They were certainly fantastic. And I think this game's engine was reused in Battle for Bikini Bottom. That it should be, because it's developed by the same company, and it's using the same engine. I mean, see, it says render rare platform over there. Where is everyone? Oh yeah, at some place like the tea store. That's a weird place. Anyway, this is a good game. I really suggest you pick it up for whatever. Starsky and Hutch. This is based on the television program from the 70s. Yeah, I can tell because this was released in 2002 as opposed to 2004 when the movie actually came out. Actually, back then I never really heard of the movie. the show even. I did hear the movie because my dad had it in his DVD collection, I believe. Yeah, and yeah. Now this is a good game. It's published by Empire Interactive, but it's developed by Mind's Eye Productions, which is probably the reason why I bought it, or something like that. Uses renderware graphics and Havoc physics, or Havoc engine, renderware engine. What's the engine used? I know renderware was the graphics and Havoc was the physics, but I'm confused. Anyway, this is a game where you can track down criminals and shoot stuff in your little car, and it's not too bad actually. The only problem is it's quite difficult in my opinion. I mean, goodness, I'm not even joking here. It's quite difficult, but it is quite good, and that's why it deserves a try. Teen Titans, yes, it's one of my favorite cartoons. Yeah, it's based on DC Comics. Yeah, and I like Teen Titans. Wait, did I already say that? Oh wait, I guess I did. And yeah, there we go. Here's Robin, there's Cyborg, there's Raven, my favorite, Starfire, my least favorite, and Beast Boy. Yeah, and for some reason it says it's published by THQ, but that's a major lie. In fact, it's actually published by Majesco, but it doesn't mention Majesco's name on the box or even on the disc itself, which is pretty stupid and lying. But this game is actually fun because you can play as all 5 of the Teen Titans, and it's a basically action beat 'em up type game where you can do action beat 'em up type things, like beat up people. And there's Robin, there's Beast Boy. And is the new game playing the Titans? No, we are playing the game that's playing the Titans. No, we are playing the game featuring the Titans. That makes more sense. It's developed by Artificial Mind and Moon again. Uses Havoc engine and a quick start in Sweden. No finish. That's great. Disc. Still mentions THQ, but it's not published by THQ, which is a major lie. Seriously, unless it's distributed by them, which is much featured in many Majesco video games. Like I see them in Psychonauts and Jaws Unleashed and freaking Advent Rising and many of Majesco games like that. Yeah, but this is a good game, and apparently it's one of the hidden gems on the GameCube. Speaking of the GameCube, I was originally going to get on the GameCube before I realized it was only released in the US on the GameCube. That's the problem with games being released in the US. It's a good game, though. Ghost Rider. Well, we first talked about a DC Comics game, now we move on to a Marvel game. Oh crap, I think I just mentioned them in the same time. Go me! But this is Ghost Rider. Yeah, Ghost Rider. He's an interesting anti-hero, and it's a action beat 'em up type game as well. And I must point out, it wasn't released in the best. I didn't buy this in the best condition. Yeah, this is actually the last game I've actually bought in Spain this year, and it's not in the best condition. I mean, even the disc. Even I thought the disc wasn't gonna work. I'm not sure you can see them. Nah, yeah, I think you can, because this camera reflects too much. Just like all cameras do. And the manual. It's developed by Climax, though, so that's good. And it's published by 2K. And, yeah, I actually thought it was a good game. Although I haven't played much of it, it's actually quite cool. The way you can play as Ghost Rider and destroy crap and do what Ghost Rider does. I've never actually seen the film, so what I just said probably would not apply. But it's good anyway. Uh-oh. Charlie's Angels. Oh, crap. This is based on the films that are based on the television program from the 70s. And it's published by Ubisoft and developed by Nico Entertainment again. And official game of the movie. Yes, we believe you. So basically, this is the film with the people. Yeah. Basically, the people of the names are Natalie, Dylan. Who'd have thought that was a girl name? And Alex. Again, who'd have thought that was a girl's name? Yeah. Published by Ubisoft, Nico. And the movie is actually made by Columbia, but they don't mention it on the box. They do mention it in the game, though. And speaking of the game, people consider it one of the worst games ever. And to be honest, they're probably right. I mean, goodness. I wouldn't. Who would have thought this game was going to be good? Bad. I mean, there's invisible walls everywhere. The jumping, first of all, there's invisible walls everywhere. Level repeats most of the time, and here's a minor. And next thing I'm gonna mention is a minor problem. Circle button's the jump button. Wait a minute. Can you configure the controls in the game? Let me check them. I'll just check quickly. I don't think. Oh, yes, you can, but wait. Does it change that you can press X to jump? Otherwise, if that's the case, that's probably gonna be crap. But this game is pretty much already crap anyway. Well, I did see JonTron's review on it, and if you haven't already, you should too. It's great. Well, the review is not this game. So stay away from it unless you want to get lots of games like I do. But a game you do want to get is this one, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, based on the film by DreamWorks and Oddman, even though DreamWorks is not mentioned on the box anywhere, or in the game. I mean, literally. Now, this is a good game. It features Peter Sallis as Wallace. Sallis. Yeah. It's developed by Frontier Developments, who also developed Dog's Life and many Kinect games. And published by Konami, the Japanese peoples. There are not other Japanese peoples. Like, here we go. I do like this game. This is a game that I've actually got from my friend. That he accidentally bought 2 copies of. And so he gave one of the copies to me, because he's so generous. I'm not actually joking. He's actually quite generous. Yeah, and it's actually quite fun, especially if we're playing with 2 peoples. Yeah, and, yeah. Sucking up rabbits and shooting them down chutes will never get old. And you know what else will never get old? The mini games. They're freaking fun. And collecting stamps and stuff like that. Yeah. This game is good for any Wallace and Gromit fan of the film, or of the series, or of PlayStation 2. And if you live in Japan, you can pick it up too on the PlayStation 2. This exact game. On this exact version. I actually got it for free. How lucky. How lucky. Shin Showdown. Based on the cartoon. From Warner Brothers. Yes. It's probably for Konami again. I remember when I first heard of Shin Showdown, I was like, what was this cartoon called about that this character was in? I just figured out this character. Yeah, I don't know. I recognized that character. I recognized Ami, him. Yeah, there was also other characters over there that are in it. I know them. Kimiko, Clay, and Raymundo. Wait, what, did I do it right? Yeah, I did. How right am I? Yeah. So yeah, you can play as those 4. Yeah, they're in this game anyway. You can play as those 4, and you can play as the 2 villains in the game, Chase Young and Jack Spicer. Actually, I think that I can only assume that's in the multiplayer mode, because you can't play in story mode, of course. That will be strange. And also in a way quite Crash Twinsanity like, or Sonic Lost World, or a game or any games that villains team up with you. That would be weird. But also in a way quite original. Yeah. It's an action beat 'em up game. To be honest with you, I think the levels in this game are quite long. Literally. And there's 18 of those levels. Good grief. Yes. It's developed by Bottle Rocket Games. And this is actually their second and last game they've ever developed. The other game being Rise of... Oh crap, I can't remember what it is. But it's developed by Sony, published by Sony Computer Entertainment America, and it's composed by Game Audio. That's all I remember from the game. Oh wait, I think it's Rise of Kazai or something. I can't remember. But this game is pretty cool. And apparently this is also the last video game released for the Xbox in Europe. So that's also cool. SpongeBob SquarePants featuring Nicktoons, Globs of Doom. Another game I got from my friend. Yes, this features SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, Invader Zim, and Tack. And I should point out my friend's name is William, who also gave me the Curse of the Were-Rabbit video game, and he also played Ralph for Green Mountain with me in my Let's Be Competing Some Games video. And here you go. Apparently this is the game that William actually discovered what Invader Zim was. Yeah, he never discovered it. Yeah, and I think the series was released during 2001. Yeah. So basically, these globs come down from space, and they make people evil. Yeah, and stuff. And for the first time ever, apparently, play as the hero and the villain. Now, I don't think this is the first time ever. I think this is more than the first. I think this is the something. I don't know. One thing is for certain, this was released 2008 and developed by Incinerator Studios, and the game's very short. I mean, seriously, beating the first world, which is Bikini Bottom, takes up 20% of the game. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I think the tutorial level actually took up 8% of the game. I'm not even making that up. Seriously, that's how short this game is. And my friend actually beat the game 100% just on the day he actually got it. I think the graphics look good though. That detail on Zim, that's spot on. Yeah. Although this game's actually quite... Yeah. I would suggest to pick it up if you really want to get Nickelodeon games. I should get games like Nicktoons Unite and Battle for Volcano Island. I should get that too. And you know what I should also get? I should also get Attack of the Toybots. I've heard that Jenny was in that game. Jenny X29, by the way, from My Life as a Teenage Robot. You know, the cartoon that doesn't air on Nickelodeon UK, Europe, place. Yeah. Pick it up. Mr. Bean. Yes. Contrary to what this Rowan Atkinson real live action Rowan Atkinson's there, it's actually based on the animated series. You know, the one that's actually good. Yeah. I did like both series, by the way. It's published by Blast, who I've heard before in the Dandy magazine. I'm not joking. I've heard it in the Dandy magazine in a competition thing, I think. And there's lots of screenshots. Probably looking terrible. It's on a CD, but this is actually the first game I've actually discovered that CDs can be not blue. They can be other colors. That's only if they came out after 2006. And this came out 2007, so it's a CD from 2007, and yeah. Well, about the platformer parts. This game is a platformer similar to Crash Bandicoot and Banjo-Kazooie, I believe. Or at least it reminds you of Banjo-Kazooie because you can actually pick up. Isn't the manual out? I mean, look, the pages are a bit thick, like Hercules is. Look at these Jiggies from Banjo frickin' Kazooie. Hippity Ray. Yeah. How weird. And I wouldn't know how to describe this game. Budget. This is the first big game I bought in Spain in 2014. the bargain bin with Pipe Mania. Yeah. Home Alone. Or, as it's translated over there, Only in the House. Nah, I'm gonna go with the former title, Home Alone. That's better. Anyway. I bought this in Spain. Now, John Tron featured this game in his Home Alone video games collection video. Home Alone games reviews. And it isn't that good, to be honest with you. It's just that the graphics are weird, and you know, the art direction is also quite weird too, and it features characters that weren't even in the film. Now, I know Kevin is in the Home Alone series, well, except in Home Alone 3 and Holiday Heist, but no one gave a mirror about those games. And games, I mean movies. Why I say games? Home Alone. But it features characters like if we can get them out. Features characters like Kelly, like from Handy Manny, Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and Carly Shay. Now I'm only making them up. The characters are pointless. Kelly, Carl, and Carly. They're not even in the freaking Home Alone films. I mean, goodness, this game isn't that good, to be honest. If you really want it, just buy it for the sake of it. Like I did. Jetix Puzzle Buzzle. Now, I should point out something. This is based on the Jetix channel that used to be around. But it's not around anymore because it's replaced by Disney XD. And that's why no one knows what it is anymore. Oh, and I should point out, do these screenshots look familiar? No? Well, have you heard of Eggo Mania? You know, Kemco and Hot Gen's Eggo Mania, or Egg Mania, if you live in a different place. Well, this is basically what this game is, with a Jetix theme. In fact, if you look in the copyrights, actually, if you don't look in the copyrights because it won't focus, it says Hot Gen Limited, who are the developers of Eggo Mania, except Hot Gen didn't develop it. Broadsword Limited developed it. So I can only assume either Hot Gen was bought by them, or Hot Gen gave Broadsword the source code so that they can change it around. You know, if they made a Jetix game, they really should put like characters that were used in the Jetix series. That would be cool. Yeah. So, yeah, I really suggest you buy the original Eggo Mania because Jetix themes aren't usually the best. If you prefer better games, yeah, why did I just say that? I don't know. Paddington Bear. Now this is based on the both the stop motion cartoons and the later animated cartoon. Yeah, that I've actually heard of. Maybe. Now this is one of the lesser known Blast games because Blast likes to license everything. If they ask a movie company like Universal or someone, if it's Blast, they say, what the hell? Let's go and license your game, Blast Entertainment. You maniacal people. There's Blast and there's Paddington. And I want to point out, there's a podcast of this game by someone, and basically it's a walkthrough. Yeah, and when you collect, and there's what it claims to be some marmalade sandwiches, but they're actually they look like slices of bread, really. I know it's pointed out by someone else, but yeah. They don't show whoever made Paddington though, so I can only assume this copyright over there will point it out ourselves. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if I would recommend this. Maybe if you're dumb. Lassie. Now this is based on the more recenter, critically acclaimed film that didn't earn so much money in the box office, apparently. But seems to be critically acclaimed by many, apparently. It's from Blast. And from those people, Entertainment Rights and Classic Media. And it's powered by Vicious Engine, apparently. From M Studios. Oh god, I remember them. They developed Smarty's Meltdown. Yeah. And Vicious Engine? Why did this game get powered by Vicious Engine? Did they really ask Vicious Cycle to, oh, could we use your engine to make a Lassie video game? And they said, okay, why come not? And so they made, and so this game was born. Probably. Yes. I gotta point out, here's a minor inconvenience. The square button, the jump button, goodness. And why is that so? This is one of the two games I actually know that squares jump. The other game being Lego Island 2, except that game was actually good. And this game seems to be mediocre at best. At least, to me. Yes. Blast. Why come you publish too many game? Yeah. This is strange. Men in Black 2, Alien Escape. Now this feels quite heavy actually, because there's a huge manual inside. It's published by Infogrames, developed by Melbourne House, but it doesn't show Columbia Pictures' logo anywhere. Yeah. Screenshots. Basically, it's a third-person shooter, and it's a... Oh, I should point out, it was torn like that because... it was like that because there was 2 stickers on top, and when I took the stickers out, it managed to rip it. That's weird. Ew. Yes. Sesto pianeta nova fecia. No, I was just reading the Italian. Same planet, new scum. Yeah, and to be honest, the controls weren't that fantastic. Yeah. This is a meh type of game, if you know what I mean. The Cat in the Hat. Now, this is a game I actually love. Now, I did review this game before. In fact, I've checked it out in my Let's Make Some Games video once. In fact, you can check it out if you look it up on my channel. Literally. If you can't find it, then you must be the laziest man on the world. It's developed by Magenta Software, so that's already a good sign. I love Magenta. They use the Game Audio Limited sound thing. And this is back during the time that they had the seal in the front of the box as opposed to being on the back. Yeah. And it's based on the film featuring Mike Myers, except Mike Myers did not voice the cat in this game. And also, this game plays a lot like Klonoa, and it's a clone Oa. Ha 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 ha. Distributed by Cocktail Studio for some reason. That's not true, is it? Oh, it's very crumpled, but it's definitely